Good morning, you guys. All right, so I'm gonna take my hair down in a second. I'm gonna share with you how I've been curly. Listen, I know listen to me. Heatless curls, I know. It's an old news thing, but I've seen some people like trying to do it with like all these little pieces. This takes like 5 minutes to put up. It's insane what it does. You're gonna see. But I'm seeing some wild methods that are just, and y'all know I'm a low maintenance hair person. One, it looks low maintenance. I don't mind it looking high maintenance. And I think some people mistake that, like, oh, you just want to look effortless? Sure. But most of all, I want to feel effortless. I do not want to spend any time doing my hair. And I look like I should be in The Crown, portraying like the queen in her queen mother, maybe in the later, like a later years version. No. So anyways, I did also get in a Sephora box that I just cracked open this morning, and I thought, no, I'm going to open it on here because I thought that would be fun. I ordered some makeup for fall. Now I'm going to show you, we're going to do a little to last night. I'm going to show you or yesterday, how I put this up. Now, you can also, this is going to give you like some pretty curls that last all day. I have like this much hair, and I know you think, oh, it doesn't hold curl very well. This makes it look like you have so much hair, but my hair does not hold curl very well at all. I remember I bought one of those things that was like one of those sleepy things that you put in your hair, and the women take it out and it just preserves their blowout, and their hair just looks like this. No, when I took mine out, it looked like this, like a little ribbon of hair that then just went. I've got a magic thing that you put on this because you've got to keep it dry, okay? Do not put your hair up wet or it's gonna look greasy. Greasy with a G and creasy with a C, okay? You want to put this up bone dry. And forgot what I said last night, how many tips I gave on that I think I did. We'll get into that in a second, but I'm gonna take it down first so that you can see. I do have a few Halloween things that I want to show you guys downstairs. I know it's the end of August, and I really am someone that hangs on to summer, and I really resist all this. And I know what people are doing. You're seeing a lot because it's just like how we used to see fashion, in magazines, like months and months ahead, seasons ahead. It's for people selling stuff, like it's for the industries wanting to, it's not that people are actually decorating right now, but people do. I guess I'm speaking more for a couple weeks. I guess it is time if you do want to start getting out your bins for September. Okay, we're very firm on this, okay, on our podcast, on here. I've talked about I'm a 2 and 2 kind of gal, okay? 2 month and 2 month. 2 months for Christmas. Let's just flash forward. November and December, Christmas. 1 day in November is Thanksgiving, great. Decorate your table, put out the turkeys, whatever, but I like Christmas trees and twinkles up in November. Non-decorated trees in November. I really start rolling out into, so you guys know, it's a feeling. I'm not a roll out, unload, like decorate the whole house top to bottom. I'm like one tree may not even get decorated. I just want something to do like while we're baking cookies or while, like I want the decoration to be an activity as well. Wow, how are we talking about that? But for fall, it's September, October. September, leaves, pumpkins, all the cute stuff. October is when it gets spooky. I put out Halloween stuff. It's not rocket science. I'm just saying. So I guess it is almost time, but it is so hot here because I live a little north of it, I live in the South. I'm a little north of Atlanta. It gets hot. So before I take my hair down though, I don't know, should I show you this outfit before my hair is down? Because I think it'll look cuter when I'm actually like done. This is like one of my favorite kind of looks, like cute, buttoned up, like very ladylike, but then you're wearing like ripped jeans. Guys, I have 2 pairs of jeans that are really, really great, especially for fall because boots and all those. Okay, we have a lot of boots to talk about eventually. I don't know, I'm not gonna talk about it today, but I did get these recently and these are so comfortable. I think, but what we're gonna do, I'm going to maybe, because I want to do a tutorial with this makeup. I might wait a couple weeks for that. Maybe first week of September we'll do like a fall makeup tutorial because I kind of show you these things right now and try out a few of them. But next week I want to do like pieces you need for fall, like great pieces, some boots. The hunter boots are really having another moment. What was that, like 10? I don't think it was 10 years ago. I think it was longer than that when hunter boots had a huge moment. I've got a pair of classic ones. For me, I can't really reconcile wearing them just as a cute outfit because they are rain boots and it might look cute on the gram or when people are showing them. They are very visually appealing and cute with outfits, but it's not because of the boots, it's because of the silhouette. And I'm gonna show you the type of boots you want that you can wear when it's not raining, because everyone that you ever see that's showing a cute little dress or a cute little outfit with their rain boots, they're like, it was raining earlier, I swear. And it's like, no, it wasn't. Was not raining earlier, okay? You just look like you're wearing rain boots. Like, I don't know if it's where I'm from, sort of thing. Like, I can't, it rains here a lot. And it's like, they are literally rain and farm boots. I wear them to the farm. I've got the little sweater liner that folds over them. They're really cute. But they're utility, okay? So get them for utility reasons, wear them on damp days, but I don't like wearing them as an outfit, but I will link to what I do like. I'm gonna link to right now, if you guys wanna get a jump on things, I have a whole roundup on my LTK, a whole post linked to the best fall boots, the best hunter boots that you might want. These exact ones are linked on there. These boots that I had last year, I think this is what you want. You want a pair that look kind of, you guys know these from last year. I wore these so much. I found these like half off. Just trust me, they're real good. But these are a little over the knee. There's black ones that I ordered that I should have by next week that are the silhouette of a hunter boot, but they're leather, so you won't look insane wearing them all the time. So we're gonna get the same vibe, okay? Because that is cute. And I do think get a pair of hunter boots, but you may not wear them as much as you think. All right, before we get into the Sephora stuff, let's take down the curls. Now, I'll tell you about this, what I did last night when I, you know, we'll flash forward in a second to flash backward to last night when I was doing it, and I'll share with you what I did. Now, I'm just gonna warn you, okay? I have been doing this a lot lately. I've had this set, which is, it's 15 bucks, comes with the silk scrunchies and this. I have had this for like years and I just never dabbled with it. I just thought, this ain't gonna work. I've been using it, I was shocked the first time I used it, truly. I was inspired by Nia from the Valley, Beauty Queen Nia, okay, most beautiful woman I've ever seen. She was doing this to her hair and I was like, this woman has like 10 times the amount of hair like naturally than I do. So I was like, ain't gonna look like that on me. Guys, it's crazy. And she gave some good tips, okay? So this is kind of the vibe that I followed, but I've discovered like this is a dry conditioner. You cannot put anything wet. Oil, if you've got real thick dry hair, maybe, but I don't want to risk the creasing. Now, when I take this down, because I've got to warn you, it's going to look very curly, okay? It's going to look very intense. I have discovered, and I don't know what kind of magic this thing is, and I slept in these, if in the morning you just want some waves or just some texture, when you're doing your hair or when you're doing your makeup, throw this in the morning, first thing, dry hair, right? It can be dirty hair, put some dry shampoo. I'll show you kind of how I prep my hair to do this. And then while you're doing your makeup, 20 minutes, 10 minutes. One time I messed up this side one time because this side's always harder for me for some reason. And I took it down immediately. Like I looked at it about 2 minutes, literally, just to walk in there. I looked at it and I thought, this ain't right. When I took it down, it was already beachy wavy. Now I did that the other day while I was doing my makeup, left it in for 20 minutes and the waves stayed all day. So I don't know what this is, but it's nuts. Okay, so when you're taking it down, of course, I'll show you how I put it up in a minute. But I gotta hook you with the result, okay? But again, it is gonna look insane when I take it down, but I'm telling you guys, this is gonna change your life, okay? I know some of you might be like, yeah, old news and not, but try it my way and like you'll get a good result. And then also, not like this is my way, but I'm just saying with these products and stuff, this is gonna freak y'all out. I just know it will, okay? So what you do, and I'll show you how, you know, when I put it up, what I do. All right, you just do that. And then what I do is I loosen this just a hair. Okay, I just start loosening just a little because you don't want to destroy it either, but you just want to get the ends out. You know, and I'm telling you, it's going to look good once you stop. Promise, okay? Promise. You guys have seen my hair with this. Did I post something? I don't know. It's cute. And then you start. I think it takes longer to take out than it does to put up. No, I'm kidding. This is a very easy thing to do. Now, don't be alarmed, okay? You see these curls, don't be alarmed, guys. Don't. Now, you guys know I have stick straight, like nothing hair texture. This is insane. Hold on. Oh my God. Okay, see, I may have put it in a little early last night because this is gonna be insane. And then just kind of like, if you're very curly Sue, just kind of, because mine got a little tight, okay? Let it relax, let it breathe. But what's odd, and I don't know, I mean, you don't use heat with it, but I think what's happening here is that maybe like you sleep on it, the heat from your head gets on it and then it cools. But you can kind of, okay, now listen, there's some differences. Like this side's a little looser because when I was looking, this side was wrapped a little. This side, I was trying really hard to get it tight because this is my side I have a problem. And it's gonna relax and look better as the day goes. But you will have curls for 3 days. Like, I don't know what it is. It's just something different. They just last. It's bizarre. The first time I tried it, I did it on very dirty hair one night, and I was so bummed because it looked so good the next day. And I was like, God, I gotta wash it, you know? But you can kind of see the curl isn't perfect. It's more of like a wavy curl. But I'm gonna say this, beware and do not do it at a very like, I could brush this a little to make it cuter. I wish I had my bristle brush up here. I still have this in here from last night. From yesterday when I did this. But don't think the earlier you do it, the better. Yesterday I did it way too early. I did it before the sun went down so that I could film it. And then I wanted to cook dinner and I didn't want to wait too long to have to film. So I literally had that in for a very long time. And it's not like the crack of dawn right now either, okay, when I'm taking it out. So I think that you get a better result if maybe you only wear them for like 8 hours tops, okay? 7-8 hours tops. And I would say even if in the morning, you know, like, hey, in a couple hours I gotta go here, or I've gotta do drop off and then I've got something else, or I'm going to work or whatever, put it in the morning and you'll see it takes literally like no time to do. And then it doesn't even look bad. I mean, you can, I went outside. I went outside a minute ago and I was like, but I ain't going outside in this. I was like holding the ladder. I was doing crap outside. Like all this rain that we're having in the South, like we have that rock area on the front of our house. We're having some leaky issues. It was raining last night while I was making dinner. But it's like, we have a leak. I'm like, don't even care. I'm not even concerned anymore. So he had to get up there today above our portico to see what he had to do. So he's going to get some stuff to, okay, whatever, listen, you don't care. But anyways, I was out there mingling and I went to the mailbox, you know, whatever. And, you know what, who cares? People, we get it, I don't care. But I will say this, one thing that Nia did mention, who I saw doing this, is that, see, look, I like this. This is what I like. And again, I don't like a barrel curl situation. I like kind of a wavy, odd situation. Is that what we're dealing with? I don't know. I think it's cute. But listen, and it'd be good just to even set your hair, right? To like put some texture in it to then do a half up situation or just to have for a couple of days, or then to like style it further. But Nia did say to get a silk bonnet to put on at night, which would be helpful. We do have silk pillowcases. So in the morning, you saw it didn't look bad. And it's easy to sleep in, you know. The first time I did sleep in it, I kept waking up with my head asleep and I thought, am I stroking out? But no, I think but the last several times I've done it, that hasn't been an issue. So I think maybe I just had wrapped it weird that first night. But okay, I'm good. I'm happy with it. But for me, just the volume. I get more volume this way than using a curling iron. For me, that has like very fine hair. I think it's a good result, okay? Here's one thing that I like to do. I like to not style my hair. I like to not care. See, you can really see a difference in just how I did both sides. That's nuts. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. This will fall and look cuter. But like I don't know. You wouldn't think like wrapping your hair around that one little thing. And again, that Nia woman, she has so much hair, like beauty queen hair. Literal beauty queen hair. Oh my God, her results are crazy. This is the dry finishing spray. It is, if you do your hair at all in any capacity, this side's bothering me. You need this because you don't need, you know, you want a little bit of hairspray or something that's gonna like, whatever, make it look good. But I like sort of a dry effect, like texturizing. I'm afraid to like do it too much because my hair will blow off. But it's dry, thickening, thick, dry finishing spray. So it's almost like a hairspray mixed with a little bit of like a dry texturizing spray. And it really does make your hair look shiny and pretty. It gives you some, I'm impressed. Minimal effort, who cares? This is like here, right? You know, it's not so perfect looking, but it will last for years. Okay. Oh, so let's do it. Let's look at me doing it. So let's go back in time. Let's go last night. But what you're going to want to do is add some texture first. This is the perfect, like, clean solution to that. Now, I'm not talking like ingredients, please. I'm just kidding. I mean, man, I'm talking like just, you don't want like gritty, dry shampoo. Do you know what I'm saying? No, you just want to kind of muss it up a little, okay? This is the best. This is going to give you some thickness at the roots. And when you take it out, it's not just going to be just like nothing. This actually gives you a ton of volume, which is nice. This is the big secret. I've seen people like put oil in there. Again, no, okay? Maybe for some people, but my hair type, no. This is great. This is a dry conditioner. This is so cool because like if you're like me and you do use a couple days of dry shampoo, those ends are gonna get a little crispy. This is such a cool product because it doesn't put any grease in your hair, but it just makes your hair feel so silky and nice. Now this is a dry product, and that is what you want for something like this. And look, I have very fine hair, okay? I don't have like tons and tons of hair. And this method really is good. It really kind of does me right. Straight down, kind of like you're doing pigtails. And then this is where it's gonna start looking fanny. Now, I've done it very close to the front. Doesn't work, and I'll tell you why. Because when you reach it up like that, you're squashing this. You wanna do it like a couple inches, I don't know, is that a couple inches? And listen, don't worry about it, okay? Just don't worry about it. All right, here we go. What you're gonna do is you're gonna clip it so that this doesn't go anywhere. You need a clip. Just clip this to the side, like so, okay? Now, so that this isn't fighting to go up, you wanna kind of bend it. You really wanna keep this to the side, so you gotta have two scrunchies, and I'm just gonna do this just to keep it separate so that I know I get every little bit of hair on the other side. What you're gonna do is you're gonna start, and you don't have to be perfect, but you just wanna start with this. And the trick is you do not, I followed so many tutorials where you go like that. No, you wanna go straight up. Straight up. That's gonna give you the volume. And then when you get here, it's almost like French braiding. You're gonna grab a little bit, okay? And you're gonna put it under. Now, the idea here is that we're gonna end up grabbing all the hair. Almost you wanna go like backwards and back. We're gonna grab all the hair, okay? You just, I don't know, there's no fancy finger work. You just wanna hold it tight, and then grab another piece, you know, when it comes under here, and then keep going. And the thing is you wanna keep this so tight. I kinda use my pointer finger to hold it down while this hand does the work. Up, pointer finger, hold it down. Do you see that? Okay, so aesthetically pleasing. All right, and then kind of assess how much hair you got left back here. Someone's gonna watch and I'm like, this ain't the way I do it. Okay, great. Just showing, you know? Just showing what is really working for me. All right? And I'm shocked. I'm honestly shocked that this holds and that this does anything. At the bottom, you're not gonna have more of a wavy vibe, but you're also not gonna have big barrel curl Utah vibes, which a lot of you, I did not know how many of y'all were in Utah. The last time I talked about hair and I mentioned curling my hair, I was like, I don't really wanna look like I'm doing the barrel curls, you know, and then I'm headed, I don't know what I said to Utah. I don't know, I'm so sorry. But y'all were like, yes, I'm from Utah and I co-signed this. Barrel curl in my hair as we speak. And for that I say, y'all are my kind of people, okay? We don't take ourselves that seriously. And I'm sure you're gorgeous. Now when you get to that last little strand, you just wrap her up. When you get to the end, do whatever you want, and then you're gonna bend this up and then kind of tuck it back, and then take your scrunchie and just secure it a couple times. And then that way, look, it's tucked back. So then you just do the same thing with the other side. And I will say it does take a bit of a learning curve with the other side, like I guess the side that your dominant hand is on, because something about doing a dominant hand on the left side's easier. Something about this side is trickier for me. But the main thing is that you just want to keep it so tight. Sometimes this side gets a little looser and it's fine. Like it still looks good, right? But you know, you just, look, I just don't think that there's, just grab some hair, wrap it around, grab as much hair as you can, a little hair, I don't know. Just get it all in there. This is the most unfussy, like, way I've ever done my hair. It is actually not that hard, okay? And then look, I'm toward, oh no, that's my strap. I'm doing this literally in the viewfinder of my phone. So the viewfinder, the screen of my phone. So usually I'm doing it in my bathroom in my mirror, so I don't want to miss any little pieces. Okay, so here we go. See, actually, that's not bad. It's not that bad, okay? I don't know why, this side's just always looser, but again, it's something that I just need to work on. I'm gonna say, like, you're gonna want to, sometimes when you're doing it, like sometimes the hair is gonna get twisted as you curl it or as you wrap it. I'm just gonna say try not to twist it as you wrap it, like twist the hair like a corkscrew and then wrap the corkscrew. Just try to wrap flat pieces. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? Like, see if this side looks a little beachier. This is just a big old experiment. And then take your silk scrunchie that comes with it and then just wrap it. And honestly, it is really nice. I don't have an issue sleeping with it. If you sleep on your back, it's a little easier. There are times I wake up in the middle of the night and my head is asleep and I feel like I'm having a stroke, but I just tell myself it's fine, right? That's what we're doing. And this is what it looks like. And there's no need, did I leave some hair out back here? Oh, it's fine. There's no need to spray anything on it, to add any heat. Don't do that. Well, I don't know what kind of magic this is, but I'm gonna show you in the morning. Okay, so like I said, you guys, my tips are just practice makes perfect. Feel out the time that's gonna work for you. But again, I have hair that does not hold curl, and I can do it for 10 minutes and take it out and have more waves. Because, what is that sound? Someone's alarm's going on. I will say though, I always trust a beauty queen with hair tips, not me. Take hair advice from a pageant girl. We've talked about hair over the years here, and I've told you everything. I've shared my knowledge, but I share what I know. Okay, I'm not claiming to be an expert, but I'll be damned. Like, they know what they're doing. Okay, take advice from a pageant girl, and I'll tell you about the time I was in a pageant. Do you want to talk about that? No. Well, whatever. I was in this beauty pageant in high school, and it was like it was legit. I don't want to say it was not a legit pageant. It was like a high school pageant, but it was like something to do with the baseball team, the Queen of Diamonds or something. And I was the most opposite of a pageant girl that you'd ever see. Okay. And not like, I don't know all the moves. I cannot take myself seriously. Okay. I'm not that impressed with myself. Literally inherently it's built into my DNA. Like I'm not that impressed. I cannot do it. Okay. I cannot even walk and act like, look at me. But I didn't want the guy I was dating, who was a baseball player, to take anybody else, to ask anyone else to do it. So I was forced my hand. Okay. And I forced my own hand into doing this. It was wild. I remember I went to Express, like, cause you had to have like a gown, which that was fun. Okay. I had this really pretty green gown that had like, I took the theme very seriously, and I'm like, it wasn't about baseball, but it was this green and it had like diamonds on the thing. It was so pretty. Well, they weren't diamonds, but you know what I'm saying. Had that, and then I also had to get like your casual wear. And I remember I went to Express because I thought this is a little more, ain't wearing something from Abercrombie. I got a little dressed up, and I got the outfit that was in the window. It was these pink, like, or were they? I don't remember. Some kind of like pants that were like cargo-y kind of, but kind of also dressy. And this top that had like some sort of pink. The year was 2001. The year was 2000. Pink sparkly top that had a flower motif. And of course, two other girls in the pageant had on the same exact outfit, because we all just went and got the outfit from them. That was a disaster. And then I was wearing these black knee-high boots. I look back, I'm thinking, like, that's not the vibe. That's not what you'd wear with that. My boots did get stolen. Some bitch stole my boots. And I think we had to shake her down to get them back. That was a wild story. And that's just what happens. Did I win? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I remember there were videos of it, and I, the whole time, was doing something weird. Like, we would be up there and everybody would be like, I'm just looking at my hair. I'm seeing like what it's doing. Everyone would be like doing stuff, and I would be just like looking off. I was looking off. Like, we would all be lined up and I'd be looking into the backstage, because I'm more of a backstage kind of gal. I, in high school, also worked props for like productions and for other, I think I did it for a play, but it was, you know what it was? No, because I was on the yearbook staff. I did it for the the big pageant that was put on by the yearbook. And so I would do all this backstage stuff. I worked props. So I was more of a behind the scenes kind of gal. So I was just watching. Never made eye contact with the judge. Just was like, get me through this. Get me in, get me out. If I had to do a talent, though, I would have dropped dead. Like, that would have been, I would have just been like, take my boyfriend. You can have him. I don't care. No, but here's what. So this is what we're doing. Let me show you what I got from Sephora, and then I'll take you downstairs and show you Fuel Fall things. Because here's the thing. I am very into, let me take this out because I've got this folded down so you can't see my address. I'm just going to take the things out. Oh my God, I forgot this. I'm very excited. I'm getting excited about fall. And I know that's stupid because everybody's already talking about fall. I am excited because like I said, we have something coming up. And then we always do have this odd beach trip. Not odd because it's my favorite. Oh my God, it's so tropical. It's so fun. And it's always like, it always falls like usually in October or September. And it is so nice. And after that, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm done now. But so I don't really feel like it's fall, I guess, until that end of that trip. But we're doing things a little backwards this year. Brad and I have a fun, like, kind of fall-ish vacation coming up soon. So I'm really excited about that. I just can't stop touching my hair. I'm really excited about this. See, this is perfect. I don't know which side. I kind of like this side better. But you can see kind of what this can do. Okay. But then I don't mind that it's a little different on each side because it just looks, I don't like perfect barrel curls. Probably because I don't really want to work to achieve that any longer. I don't have that sort of patience nor willpower at this stage in my life. But I saw some wild things working props though. There was this teacher. Did I tell this in the podcast? I don't know. Sometimes we could tell a little story. There was this teacher in high school and he got busted for being with a student. Very, like, not ahead of its time, because I'm sure that's been happening since the beginning of time, but I was very into this gossip, okay? He was one of my teachers, but I also worked props, as I said before. And I was in 9th grade, and he was always friends with this girl who was one of those women. She was a full woman, okay, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm a little string bean. Like, I didn't have boobs until I got them done when I was 30. And that's no exaggeration. I hate it when people are like, I don't have boobs. I'm like, yeah, you do. You're a full B. You're a full ass B. You're an A. You're fine. Like, I literally had nothing. So I looked like I was 12, you know, and I'm there. I'm like, eh. And she's probably wearing like Umbro shorts, and I don't even know what I was doing. Slinging my props, and she was in the pageant. Now, this was like full grown woman, like I said, like she looked like she was at least 35 in a good way, like beautiful. And just one of those people, I just had that aura, okay? She's like 10 feet tall, but also like real womanly. And they would always be hanging out. Should I be telling this story? I don't know. I'm not dropping names. And so and everyone kind of knew the lore of this at our school, because then it happened. They like picked him out of class and it was like, ah! We kind of knew what happened, you know? It was scandalous. So he was having an affair with a student, and an inappropriate relationship. Okay. And this guy never really got, like, he wasn't hot or anything. Well, I'm not saying that would make it better, okay? God, cut that out. It was just odd. It was an odd time. So they were, but here, sorry. So so she was in the pageant. I was in the back, you know, behind like the third curtain or whatever. I was like in between like a sandwich. And this was the pageant that required a talent. And she was a ballerina, and like a good one, okay? And so there was a little door to the outside, backstage, right? Or like, I remember when I took drama class and stuff, like that's how you come into the auditorium, you know, through this little backstage door. And so I'm back there and I see the door open, and now here he comes, because he can't sit in the audience with her family and be like rubbing one out. I can't say that, that's bad, no. So Sorry, YouTube. Sorry, I'm so sorry, YouTube. I shouldn't have said that. Shouldn't have said that. It's totally bad. So that's not what happened. But I'm just saying he couldn't be inappropriate in the audience. He couldn't be seen. Okay, so I look. This was before he was busted. Okay, but I always kind of saw a little something. So I'm back there. No other human eyes ever saw this. He comes in, and he stands in the darkness. This was like something from a teen movie or something from a creepy ass movie, not even teen. And he was standing there, and she was dancing to, you know what? I just don't know. And I think it would have made it so much better if I knew. I think it was a Titanic song. The year was 2000. Maybe it was like My Heart Will Go On or something. God, if this would make the story so much better if we had context of that song. But she's dancing. And he's standing there in the side, in the wings, and he doesn't know I can see him because I'm all in black. I'm working props, okay? I'm gone. Like, you can't see me. I'm working props, okay? And I'm like literally like I'm like 8 feet away from this man, okay? And he singular tear, and he's like this, like, and I'm not gonna say anything else, but I did see I saw a moment when it was over. She came back, gave him a hug, okay? And then he scooted out the back. When you're in high school, why am I giving anyone advice? We're all in our 40s, hopefully by now. Maybe if you want like the juice, props, not a bad job to have. That's, you know, there's no shame in working, but you know, no shame in working props. I had a great time. Let's get back on track. Here's my fall makeup that I ordered from Sephora. Okay, so here's what this, y'all know I'm not a palette kind of gal any longer. Now, y'all have seen my collections over the years. We've been doing this since 2008. We had the years of all of the depotted MAC eyeshadows. I had every single one. And then later, after all these years later, I was like, finally, you know, I was like, hey, it ain't really like you know, I don't want an eye infection. So I got rid of that. You have to get rid of things. Powders are disgusting. People say, oh, they don't go bad. They do. It's so bad. You don't want these things in your eyes. So I encourage you right now, go through your makeup, get rid of things. I need to do that. Okay. I need to go through and get rid of some things and just keep the good things. This is a palette, a smaller version of a palette that is one of my favorites. The Soft Glam Anastasia palette. I will always say Anastasia, and I'm sorry. Years ago, I worked with them, and the person said Anastasia, and I know it's Anastasia. That's how she pronounces it, but they didn't pronounce it until later. I'm always just going to say Anastasia. I'm so sorry. Anastasia. I'll say Anastasia because I don't want to sound bad. The Anastasia Soft Glam palette was my favorite, and it's huge, okay? Now, I am not, again, I'm traumatized. If you've lived a life as we have, and you have had to throw out makeup and eyeshadow, like palettes become so less appealing, the big crazy ones. I want one that has a quad, four good colors, or like this, okay, 8 really good colors. Something about the formulas of these, but the colors are beautiful. I'm not a cool kind of gal with eyeshadows, but this is more warm. I mean, it does have a few colors that could be local, but in a palette, my big thing is I love a dark, this is like a dark kind of warmy brown, you know, a little berryish brown. I need one of those, and I need a black. And you know, I don't have a million black eyeshadows. I don't have just like one that I use and mix with things. If I'm gonna use a palette, here's the thing. And you could say, oh, just get a separate black and you could use it. No, get a separate brown and you could use it. No, if I spend money on a palette, I want everything to be in there. I want my light color. I want some options. I want some fun. And something about the texture of these, I mean, I haven't used this one yet, but the Soft Glam Original, nothing compares. I'm still hanging on to it. I know it's old and that I should throw it out. Look at this. That's a very curly curl section back there. Like I said, I will have curls for 10 days. Drop it softer and looser if you want kind of this vibe. But you saw how when I took it out, it was like, yep, it will relax a little. Okay, so yeah, there's that. This is a great one. So we're gonna go with this, and I think I'm gonna do, like I said, a video soon on that. Okay, I got this this brush. This was just an impulse. I think it's funny when they like tape one in, and I'm like, I ain't cutting that, and they just open the back, and it's no. Okay. So this is what's it called? the Yummy Face Conceal and Sculpt Brush. I wanted a brush for my concealer that wasn't like a dome one that feels a little, sometimes I feel like I'm gonna like bruise my, like sometimes it just feels weird. I don't know, my eyes are sensitive. Like it feels kind of gross sometimes when a brush is too hard that you're using there. This one's like a little pad, almost soft. Now I've also really screeched about talc-free makeup. Some of you guys, first of all, this is completely off subject, but recommended or requested that you wanted me to do a drugstore video upcoming, because I have not done one of those in a long time, and I don't ever want to do just a themed video just for the sake of it and go get a bunch of shit at the drugstore that I'm not using. No, I'm a mixed up gal. I like, you know, I never want to just stick with one thing, or I just use what works. I don't care where it's from. So we'll do a good drugstore video soon. What I was gonna say about this talc, when I was talking about talc-free blushes and, you know, powders, if you have skin texture, and I've seen people, oh, we just have to accept it. Sure, yes, skin should look like skin, but I don't know, like, you don't have to have clogged pores. Okay, my skin's not perfect, but I like that there's no texture, like there's no, I don't have any like bumps on my nose. But for me, most of that is about the products that we're using. I see people that are really struggling with like, but then they're using, my ring light just went out. This is what I really look like. Oh no. Someone said that one time on Instagram. They were, sorry, I got plugged this in. On Instagram, they were like, you don't even know what you look like. I'm like, lady, who else can say, is that the right one? Oh shit, it's not. Hold on, the whole thing's not plugged into it. I'm like, ma'am, who else can say that they literally have been on YouTube for 20, that's not true, since 2008 in full HD. Relax. Everything, okay? I'm showing you no makeup, curlers, obviously not that concerned. I'm just spreading the love, trying to help. Just trying to help us all get through life looking cute. But the talc of it all, okay? Or that's what I was saying. You're using like these stick products that are very viral or whatever, these brands that you think are great, but they're like solid coconut oil. If it's a natural ingredient, it doesn't matter. It can still, you're gonna have natural pimples. You're gonna break out. But something that people don't think about is talc, and it is in everything. Check all your blushes, and I mean eyeshadows. What you're gonna do about that? Because I mean, you're not breaking out up there. I'm not worried about that. But blushes, finishing powders, bronzers, get something talc-free always. And talc is always the first ingredient, and it is one of the most pore clogging things. So this is one of the only, there's not many that are powdered blushes that are talc-free. The RMS Beauty ones, that's what I'm wearing today, the French Rosé and the Beach Walk Betty bronzer. The bronzer by RMS Beauty is incredible. It looks like a liquid, but it's not. It wears like a, you guys know, like a powder. We've talked about this a lot, but it is talc-free. Their highlighters, their blushes, just trust me. But this is a great option too. And I have the one that's super bright pink, and I thought, for fall, I want one that's, see, it looks a little brighter pink here, but it's a little more mauve-y. That's pretty, you know. And a lot of times with fall makeup, like, I don't want to be so literal. Like, when I have fall makeup and then I don't look like myself. Like, I come on here looking like Wednesday Addams. Not a problem. But, you know, I think sometimes we need to just kind of relax. You know, change your shades just a little bit, make them a little warmer. But we want to look like ourselves. I'm really excited about this. Speaking of non-pore clogging stuff, I did try this. I already used this today. Your setting spray can be horribly like breakout causing, okay? Horribly breakout. This Cloud Set is one of the only non-acnogenic, like non-comedogenic, I always say commode, it feels like I'm saying commode, sprays for your face. And this actually is really a beautiful makeup setting spray that will not suck the life out of your skin. What about all that going on with, I guess it's old news now, but the Urban Decay, the setting spray, the company, the Scandinavia that's always made it, there's been some problems. I don't know. You didn't hear it from me. I don't know. But that one always, like, to me, like, that one I loved, and it does work, but it kind of, sometimes they feel like they kind of suck the life out of your skin. I want one that looks like a glow. It says it takes away the shine, but not the glow. Airy setting and smoothing mist. It's good. And then I got another one of these in a more like berry tone. These are so great. You guys, we've talked about the Banquet color for years. It's literally like all I need in my purse. I have that, and I have like just a clear balm or something, and then I have my lip plasma. But these, it's like a liner and a lip color all in one, and the Banquet is a little lighter and more, I mean, it's definitely lip colored. It's not gonna look nude and scary, but this one is a little more of a pretty berry. And again, for fall, like, yeah, we can play a part and like make, yeah, like I honestly not even play a part. Like, yeah, I like doing a little darker colors or doing something a little more fun. I want to still look like me, you know? Got gloss on it still. So you can like line your lips with these and fill in. And it could not be easier for on the go. But they have some like darker colors that are a little, there's one that was almost a little purpley that I almost got, but I'm like, I kind of like this. See? Because it's a little darker than what I usually do, but it's still in the same wheelhouse. Like it kind of still looks like my lips. It's not like, oh, you're wearing a purple lipstick, or like it's fall and you know it, you know? I don't know. Sometimes I don't want to draw attention with my makeup for the wrong reasons. What I'm talking about. But that's pretty. I like that. Okay. So, and then I was really impressed with the freebies. Okay, these are real expensive. These SK2 Red Carpet Glow in 15 minutes. Love that. I got a free little mask. I got some of the Rhode glazing milk. And anytime there's ever I live for a shampoo packet, a shampoo conditioner packet, because I don't even care what it is. It's just what I bring with me on vacation. I just love them. I have a little basket in my bathroom that has like travel stuff. When I go on vacation, I can just bust those out. So that's what we're looking at. That's what we're dealing with. Now, do you want to go downstairs and see what I got for fall? You want to see? Do you want to see? Okay, so I've got, okay, let me grab, I'm sorry you guys, I don't have a tripod down here. I don't have a ring light, but, okay, we're thinking about Halloween, right? These are so cute, y'all. These are like little Halloween candies that, not to give out, I mean, I guess you could, but I'm gonna put them in my little like crystal candy dishes. I don't know, like there's some eyeballs or some pumpkins, or some goose. Speaking of, oh, he's so sweet. I want to tell you who this is. You know, look at how cute. He's hiding a little pumpkin behind his back. Guys, he's cheeky. He's just hiding. Okay, now these blow molds, I get the appeal. There's a whole group of Christmas decor enthusiasts that really go nuts for a vintage blow mold. Think like those ones that look like, you know, candles and nutcrackers. And I think those are really fun. So that's what he is, but he's new, but he looks kind of vintage, right? But y'all, this, oh my God, let me plug him in so you can see. Now, I thought I'm gonna put him on my porch. I don't know, I just don't want anything to happen to him unless it gets very windy. So I think I might even put him like in a window. That'd be so cute. He's just looking. And then also cute from inside because we can appreciate that. But I have become sort of a, y'all said it would happen. Y'all said it would happen. I've become like Halloween. I'm enjoying it. Listen to me. There's phases of, I feel there's phases. I need to just sit down. Just sit down. I feel like there's phases, and this is an odd angle. I'm so sorry. You know what I'm here. I feel like there's phases in Halloween decor with people. You get your first place, or you're proud of, or something. Then you start going for all the Pottery Barn knickknacks. You start going for like everything at all these places and all these little knickknackery and stuff. And then I mean, I had bins of that back in the day at our first places. And then that just kind of fell away. And I was like, this is so dumb. And then I would see people just spending so much money on dumb Halloween stuff. And then every single year, all those people that go nuts over that are just buying all new things. I'm like, wait a minute, but I thought your stuff last year was great. Why are you buying all new stuff? So I got rid of some of the weird knickknack stuff that I got that was just like a pumpkin. It was just a million weird things. Not ones that were meaningful or that are special, but just like, I don't know, just weird sort of things that all together end up, look, they were expensive things or nice things, but all together it ends up looking cheap. You know what I mean? You got to have the balance. You got to, so years ago, I was like, I ain't into this. Everyone said, wait till you have kids, wait till you have kids. I totally get that. But I still didn't buy a bunch of weird crap. That being said, I do have my Halloween Haunted Mansion Village that I don't think we'll ever financially recover from. But you know, that's like a statement, right? And it makes me feel, it's not like I just went and bought this. I really do like it. And it's like, it brings me so much joy. And then like things like that. So I really am, you know, I love every year finding little pieces. You know, last year was like home goods skeletons that we found and fun things. And, you know, find things that make you happy and lean in. And if you want to decorate, no, go for it. Again, no judgment. I'm just letting you know what I'm doing. But I am like really feeling this guy. And I'm having a good time, looking forward to everything, and I just really can't wait. I am excited. Oh God, I don't know. This is the thing. What makes me turn is when my backyard starts looking like this, and then it's like, well, gone to shit. It's depressing. Like, it is 90 degrees out. Look, do you see that? The wind will blow and it'll just be like, goosh, Brad just scooped the pool. I mean, it's a mess, y'all. So I think like if I lived in the city or I lived somewhere where I didn't have to maintain my yard, I couldn't physically see. When you drive around, you don't really notice it because you think, oh, everything's still green. But when it's like your own place and you just know every single one of those leaves has got to fall and you're gonna have to do something about it. It is not the greatest feeling, but you guys, I'm gonna stop. I love y'all so much. Try the heatless curlers. We are doing what we can. I'm showing you like real life. Someone that has got the thickest head of hair, right? And then they do these like hair tutorials, like, look, you can do this. I'm like, no, we flipping can't. Who are you kidding? Like, do you think that we're all that blessed? Because we're not. So I'm impressed for someone that doesn't have a ton of hair, for someone that has very fine hair that looks very thin a lot of the times. Like, this isn't a bad thing. Like, it really gave me a lot of volume. Okay, so this is the worst angle and worst lighting of all time, so we're gonna get out of here because when I'm editing this, I'm gonna be like, Tiffany, no. Guys, I love y'all so much. I will post the link to this whole set so that you guys can see the skirt, because I'm wearing this to run errands. Like, I ain't wearing the skirt, but I am going to later. So I'll post a picture of the whole outfit. It's a great thing to kind of transition into fall right now. And next week we'll do like some fall pieces in the closet. You guys don't want to miss that. I will link to the post now of my roundup of some fall boots, but I'll show some of those in the videos next week too. But you guys, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye.